There are places and moments on this earth that most humans were never meant to see. Rivers that flow side by side but never blend. Forests that rise and fall as if they're alive. Whales that sleep standing upright, like silent submarines drifting in the dark. And deep in Turkmenistan, a massive gate that has been burning nonstop for more than 50 years. These are not scenes from science fiction. They are real, recorded, captured on camera, and some of them still have no clear explanation. So think about it. Out of these 15 forbidden sites, how many have you truly witnessed with your own eyes? Number 15, the Fraser River phenomenon. At first look, it feels like a Photoshop illusion. Two bodies of water slamming into each other with a sharp, clean line between them. But this is completely real. Near the coast of Vancouver, British Columbia, the Fraser River empties into the Strait of Georgia, and that's where something unusual appears. The waters come together, yet they refuse to blend. This effect is known as a halocline, a natural boundary formed by differences in salt levels, temperature, and density. The Fraser's freshwater, cloudy with glacial sediment, presses against a heavier, salt-filled ocean water. What you see is striking, a clear divide between greenish-brown river water and the deep blue of the sea. No mixing, no fading, just a living border, constantly shifting but clearly defined. The line doesn't last forever. Eventually, wind and waves begin to stir the waters together. But for hours, and sometimes even days, that separation holds strong. Scientists describe it as a perfect demonstration of how nature can create limits without using walls. And for anyone who witnesses it firsthand, the feeling is unsettling, like two separate worlds existing side by side, close enough to touch, yet unwilling to connect. Number 14, whales sleeping, suspended in silence. Sperm whales are the true giants of the ocean, famous for their intelligence, enormous size, and eerie clicking sounds that travel for miles through the deep. But when they sleep, that's when things become genuinely unsettling. Divers near the Caribbean recorded footage that feels unreal. A group of whales floating vertically in the water, like upright submarines, completely still, silent, and asleep. This behavior is called drift diving, a strange yet natural state where whales rest while keeping only half of their brain awake, just enough to stay alive and avoid drowning. They sleep for only 10 to 15 minutes at a time, less than 10% of their entire day. But during those moments, everything feels frozen. No movement, no sound, just massive beings hanging motionless, performing a quiet ballet beneath the surface. Why do they sleep upright? Scientists believe it helps with balance, conserving energy, and staying alert to danger. But it feels like more than science. There's something almost spiritual about it, as if the ocean itself pauses to breathe. Most people will never witness this in real life, but those who do often describe it the same way, like accidentally stepping into a sacred ritual where the sea itself is dreaming. Number 13, moose walking on water. At first glance, it seemed impossible. A moose, large, heavy, and undeniably real, charging straight across what looked like open water. The internet exploded, with people convinced they had just seen an animal break the laws of physics. But every miracle has an explanation, and in this case, it was shallow water. Experts say the moose was running across a riverbed covered by only a few inches of water. The lighting, camera angle, and the animal's long legs combined to create a powerful illusion. From far away, it appeared as if the moose was sprinting across liquid like solid ground. It's a perfect reminder of how nature can fool the human eye. Moose are built for wetlands, lakes, and flooded terrain that would stop most animals instantly. To them, a submerged plain is nothing more than a normal path. Still, that brief moment mattered. For a split second, people believed they were watching something supernatural, something almost divine. And even after logic stepped in, the wonder didn't disappear. Because sometimes nature doesn't just exist, it performs. Number 12, men in black and one with a deer mask. Late night drives are meant to be calm and quiet. But one driver's dash cam captured something that felt like a tear in reality itself. On an empty road in the dead of night, several men dressed in black suits stood silently in the middle of the street. They didn't talk. They didn't move naturally. And just when it couldn't get stranger, a figure wearing a deer mask stepped into view. For a moment, it looked like a secret gathering, or something never meant to be seen by ordinary people. The internet went into chaos. Conspiracy theories exploded. Was it a ritual? Government agents? Something not human? Then came the reveal. Online investigators traced the footage back to its source. It turned out to be a scene from a low-budget music video, created to promote an underground artist. But even with that explanation, the discomfort remained. The shaky camera, the strange costumes, and the unnatural stillness tapped into something deeply unsettling. Some still believe the truth was hidden. Others think the realism was intentional. Either way, one thing became clear. Some roads are better avoided after midnight. Number 11. Angel saves man. From near death, real or rigged, security camera footage, a crowded road, a cyclist moving forward without looking, just seconds away from being crushed by a speeding truck. And then everything changes. Out of nowhere, another figure appears, grabs a biker with impossible speed, and in a single frame, both of them vanish to safety. The video exploded online. Some viewers immediately called it CGI. Others were convinced it was divine intervention. That was an angel, one comment claimed. Proof that guardian spirits exist, another insisted. Soon, theories flooded in: teleportation, time travel, even parallel worlds. The mystery spiraled fast. The clip was said to be from China, but no official source ever confirmed its origin. Sharp-eyed skeptics noticed strange lighting shifts and missing frames, signs that suggested digital editing. Yet others focused on one unsettling point. If the video was fake, it was executed almost perfectly. Hoax or miracle, the public reaction revealed more than the footage ever could. People wanted to believe. They needed to believe that when disaster is just seconds away, something unseen can intervene, silent, invisible, and faster than light. Number 10. The Door to Hell. A place called the Gate to Hell sounds like an old legend or a story passed down through centuries. But this one actually exists. In the middle of Turkmenistan's Karakum Desert lies a massive, burning crater that has been on fire for more than 50 years. Its official name is the Darvaza gas crater. Unofficially, it's a pit that glows like something pulled straight from the underworld, stretching more than 320 feet wide and nearly 60 feet deep. This fiery hole lights up the desert night like a giant flame dropped from the sky. Its origin traces back to the early 1970s, when Soviet engineers were drilling for natural gas. Their equipment broke through an underground cavern. The ground collapsed and methane gas began pouring out. To stop a toxic leak, they set it on fire, believing it would burn out within days. It never did. More than half a century later, the fire is still alive. Visitors travel from around the world just to stand at the edge of this man-made hellmouth and feel its heat. But now, Turkmenistan's president has called for it to be shut down, not because it's dangerous, but because it's expensive. The flames consume valuable gas every day, and scientists warn it's damaging the environment. Still, every attempt to extinguish it has failed, and until someone succeeds, the door to hell remains wide open. Number 9. Slurping a jellyfish. We usually think of sea turtles as calm, gentle swimmers, peaceful shapes drifting through blue water in slow motion. But that relaxed image hides a brutal truth. When it's time to eat, these reptiles show no mercy. In this clip, a leatherback turtle, one of the largest turtles on Earth, grabs a jellyfish and slurps it down like a bundle of wet noodles. No pause, no hesitation. Fully grown, a leatherback can reach over 6 feet in length and weigh nearly 2,000 pounds. A body that massive needs constant energy, and jellyfish are their favorite fuel. What makes this even more incredible is their resistance to pain. Jellyfish tentacles packed with venom don't affect them at all. The stings that paralyze other animals barely register. But this advantage comes with a deadly downside. Floating plastic bags and trash often look like jellyfish in the water. Turtles swallow them by mistake, and plastic doesn't pass through their system. Instead, it slowly kills them from the inside. So while the leatherback may be an armored giant of the ocean, even the strongest tanks can fall when the environment itself becomes toxic. Number 8. Aldabra tortoises. Slow? Possibly. Weak? Not at all. The Aldabra tortoise is like a living prehistoric tank, one of the largest tortoise species still walking the planet. Found only on the Aldabra Atoll in the Seychelles, these moving rocks can weigh up to 550 pounds and grow more than 4 feet long. They don't simply survive in their environment, they dominate it. With lifespans that can exceed 100 years, some Aldabra tortoises have lived through multiple human generations. And despite their reputation for being sluggish, they're faster than most people expect, reaching speeds of around 0.3 miles per hour. What surprises researchers the most is their intelligence. Scientists and observers have seen them recognize familiar individuals, remember paths, and even work together during feeding. According to conservationists, these tortoises play a crucial role in their ecosystem by spreading seeds, shaping vegetation, and maintaining balance across the atoll's delicate landscape. Still, nothing prepares you for their sheer size. Tourists seeing one for the first time often freeze in shock when a massive shell slowly pushes its way out of the bushes. Number 7. The lighthouse job. We've all seen lighthouses in photos, standing tall, proud, and defiant against crashing waves. But behind that iconic light lies a story of sheer human courage. For centuries, being a lighthouse keeper wasn't just a job, it was a sentence. Some lighthouses were miles offshore, surrounded by dark, churning water and waves that could reach 15 feet, smashing against the walls day and night. If anything broke inside, you fix it yourself, no backup, no phone call. Just you, the wind, and the relentless sea. The work demanded constant attention, cleaning lenses, maintaining lamps, repairing generators. Yet it wasn't the labor that broke people, it was the isolation. Weeks would pass without seeing another soul. Storms raged for days, and land was sometimes out of sight for weeks. And then there were the tales that haunted the keepers. People disappeared without a trace, towers swallowed by rogue waves in an instant. One shift of the ocean, and everything could vanish. Today, most lighthouses are automated. No more families living in the middle of nowhere, waiting for the next supply boat. But the echoes of that life remain. The old towers still rise, battered, weathered, scarred by storms, but unbroken, standing as monuments to human resilience. Number 6. Aokigahara. At the foot of Japan's Mount Fuji lies a forest so quiet, it almost seems to hum. Its name is Aokigahara, though many call it the Sea of Trees. Dense, beautiful, silent, yet tragically infamous. Since the 1950s, Aokigahara has become known for something heartbreaking. It's one of the most frequent sites where people take their own lives. The forest is so thick that sound barely travels. GPS devices fail. Trails vanish. You could walk just 100 feet in and feel completely cut off from the world. Local authorities have tried everything to intervene: patrols, security cameras, even signs reading, "Your life is a precious gift." Still, the sorrow persists. For all its beauty, the forest carries an invisible weight. Some say it feels haunted, not by ghosts, but by grief itself. Yet people continue to visit. Some are drawn by curiosity, others by the hope of finding peace. Many who step inside report the same strange sensation, a silence that feels alive. Not threatening, not evil, just aware. Number 5. Danakil Depression. Step into the Danakil Depression in northern Ethiopia, and it feels like you've stepped off Earth entirely. It's the hottest inhabited place on the planet, with temperatures soaring beyond 120 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. But it's not just the heat that makes it remarkable. It's the colors, the acid pools, the lava lakes, the bubbling salt flats that look like frozen lightning. Here, 3 tectonic plates collide, grinding, splitting, and reshaping the land beneath your feet. The environment is violently alive, yet somehow it's breathtaking. The terrain glows in shades of green, yellow, and red, thanks to minerals pushed up from deep within the earth. And here's the fascinating part. Scientists think this place may resemble early Mars. Microbes known as extremophiles survive here, thriving in boiling acid with zero oxygen. NASA even studies them to learn how life might exist on other planets. But the Danakil Depression is more than just science. It's also history. In 1974, the partial skeleton of Lucy, one of humanity's oldest known ancestors, was discovered nearby, dating back 3 million years. Number 4. Tank decoys. War is chaos, but trickery? That's true strategy. During World War II, the Allies pulled off one of the boldest deceptions in military history. Using balloons, Operation Fortitude was part of a larger scheme to fool the Nazis before D-Day. The Allies knew sheer force alone wouldn't win the war, so they relied on illusions, wooden airplanes, fake radio signals, and inflatable tanks that looked completely real from the sky. These decoys were enormous, carefully painted, and even gave off fake heat signatures. To enemy pilots, they seemed like entire armored divisions ready for battle. But there was a catch. They were entirely hollow. In the days before the Normandy invasion, these decoys were positioned across Britain and northern France. The Nazis took the bait, diverting their troops and misjudging the real attack. And when the real invasion finally came, it struck exactly where the enemy least expected it. Number 3. Blood falls. Deep within the frozen silence of Antarctica, something seems to bleed. From the Taylor Glacier flows a river of deep red, streaming out like an open wound in the ice. Scientists call it blood falls, a chilling name for a truly haunting sight. At first, researchers thought the color came from algae, but further study revealed it's actually iron, oxidizing as it meets the air, much like rust forming on metal. Its source? A subglacial lake hidden beneath the glacier for millions of years, completely cut off from sunlight, oxygen, and the modern world. The most incredible part isn't just the color, it's the life thriving there. Microbes survive in this underground brine, enduring total darkness, salt levels 5 times higher than the ocean, and freezing temperatures far below zero. It's a glimpse of life from another planet, existing right here on Earth. Number 2. Blue lava. When most people imagine lava, they picture glowing red and orange molten rock. But on one volcano in Indonesia, the flames burn bright blue. On the slopes of the Kawah Ijen volcano, sulfur gases escape from cracks in the earth. When these gases catch fire in the air, they produce a flame so vivid it looks like pure electric fire. Locals call it API brew, the blue fire. Technically, it's not actually lava, it's burning gas. But at night, it flows like liquid neon, creeping down the mountainside and lighting up the darkness like a scene straight out of a sci-fi movie. Miners work here at night, harvesting solidified sulfur by hand. No protective suits, no masks, just cloth wrapped around their faces and baskets on their backs. They walk through toxic fumes to earn a living. And here's the astonishing part. If lava itself burned blue, it would need to reach 6,000 degrees Celsius, almost 5 times hotter than anything naturally found on Earth. Number 1. The breathing forest. It begins with a gentle rise, then a slow fall, over and over again. A forest floor that seems to move, almost like it's taking a breath. A viral video captured this eerie sight, showing what looked like the earth itself breathing beneath a canopy of trees. No special effects, no CGI, just raw, unsettling motion. People reacted in shock. Some saw it as an omen. Others imagined tectonic shifts, underground creatures, or even worse, the truth? Wind. A powerful storm swept through the forest, bending the trees together. Their shallow, interconnected roots flexed under the pressure, tugging at the soil. As the trees swayed, the ground itself seemed to rise and fall, creating the illusion that the forest was alive. It's rare, it's strange, and it's real, but there's a deeper message. With deforestation, climate change, and human expansion tearing into nature, many viewers saw the breathing forest as symbolic, like the planet itself was alive and trying to warn us.